Hey everyone! In this video, we're going to dive deep into the backtesting workflow. Before we jump into the software, let's take a quick look at the workflow at a glance. Backtesting is all about tuning your parameters and proving your strategy works before you ever deploy live capital. The process starts by selecting the script you want to test. From there, you drop into what we call a tuning loop. Inside this loop, you do four things: adjust your parameters, select a historical time period, run the backtest, and review the results. If the performance numbers aren't hitting your targets, you tweak the settings and run it again, repeating the loop until you're satisfied. Here is the most important part. You want to run that entire loop across different market conditions, specifically an uptrend, a downtrend, and a sideways or choppy market. A strategy that looks phenomenal in a bull run can completely fall apart when the market turns, so you need parameters that hold up across all three phases. Once you've found settings that perform well under every condition, you can finish one of two ways. Deploy a live or simulation bot directly from those settings, or export the parameters to save and reuse later. That's the full cycle. Tune, test, and validate across every market type, then deploy with confidence. Now, let's walk through how to actually do this in the platform. Step 1. Loading your script in the web editor. The best place to start backtesting is right here in the web editor menu. It gives you quick, direct access to all your available scripts and their customizable parameters. To load a script for testing, click the Load Script icon. By the way, if you're ever unsure of what an icon does in this interface, just hover your mouse over it to see a quick description tooltip. When you click it, the script selection menu will appear, displaying all the scripts available on your server. You'll notice two main types of scripts here: bot scripts, which handle the actual execution of your trades, and command scripts. Command scripts are smaller, modular scripts called by a primary bot script to perform custom logic calculations and feed the results back into the main strategy. To filter out the clutter and focus purely on trading strategies, click the All option under the Bot section of the menu. Go ahead and select the strategy you want to backtest from the list. Step 2. Configuring the settings pane. Once selected, the script will load into the web editor. For backtesting, you can completely ignore the main code editor pane. Your sole focus will be on the settings pane on the left. This panel exposes all the variables you'll be tweaking to find a profitable configuration. First, select the account you want to test against, followed by the specific trading pair or market. If you happen to select a futures account, the layout will dynamically update. You will need to specify your position mode, margin mode, and your desired leverage multiplier for the backtest. Directly below that, under Trade Settings, you need to choose your price time interval and the price data style you want the engine to simulate. Step 3. Tuning script parameters. Now, we come to the actual script parameters. These settings vary entirely depending on what the script's author has exposed for tuning. If the author included documentation within the code, you'll see an information icon next to the parameter names. Hovering over it will reveal a helpful tooltip explaining what that specific setting does. If you run into a parameter that isn't detailed enough, we highly recommend searching for the strategy on HaasScripts.com or dropping a message in the HaasOnline Discord community to get additional insights. Step 4. Executing the backtest. Once you've adjusted your parameters, you're ready to fire off the test. Click on the beaker icon to open up the backtest menu. This menu is divided into 3 functional tabs. Execute, where you define your testing parameters and timelines. Result, which displays the data from your most recent run. History, which shows a rolling cache of past backtest results for this particular script. Let's break down the options inside the Execute tab. Length gives you a drop-down list of preset historical time blocks to choose from. Range gives you full flexibility to input a custom date range manually. Just keep in mind that your maximum date range is determined by your license tier. For instance, if your license features a 1-month window, you can pick any continuous 30-day block of data spanning back over the last 36 months. Higher tier licenses unlock wider testing windows per run. Period provides a curated list of historically significant, trending BTC/USDT market cycles that you can launch immediately. Just be aware that some of these predefined historical periods might exceed your specific license window. Once you've locked in your timeline, click Start and let the engine run. The time it takes to complete depends heavily on the complexity of the script. Strategies with a large number of parameters or heavy internal processing loops will take exponentially longer to compute. Step 5. Reviewing and iterating results. The moment the backtest finishes, the menu will automatically switch over to the Result tab. Take your time scrolling through the performance metrics. You can click on the hamburger menus next to positions or orders to inspect individual trade executions in microscopic detail. Note that the visual output here changes based on any custom tracking or reporting the script author explicitly coded into the strategy. To start another iteration of your tuning loop, simply jump back into the settings pane, tweak your values, reopen the backtest menu, and click Execute followed by Start. You can keep targeting the exact same date range or shift the period to challenge your new settings against entirely different market conditions. Step 6. Deploying or exporting. Once you hit your performance targets and find your optimal parameters, you have two great ways to preserve your work. If you're ready to put the strategy to work immediately, click the robot icon. This will launch the Add Bot menu, allowing you to seamlessly clone these exact settings into a live or simulation bot configuration. Alternatively, if you just want to save your progress or share it, click the Export Settings icon to download the configuration file directly to your local machine or copy it straight to your clipboard. That is the standard backtesting workflow in a nutshell. While this manual method is excellent for precision tuning, there is another incredibly powerful, though slightly more advanced, tool designed specifically for discovering optimal settings called the Backtest Lab. We'll cover exactly how to leverage that feature in its own dedicated video. Until next time. Thanks for watching, and if you need any further assistance or want to explore more features, be sure to check out our documentation at help.haasonline.com or join the community on Discord at haas.bot/discord. Happy trading.